Okay, this is another one of our buddy Elon Musk. And this is about a mine in Pennsylvania. It's a limestone mine that is being used for storing records. But the point here is he either just makes things up or he doesn't check out the stories he hears. Because this mine isn't what he thinks it is. It doesn't do what he thinks it is, or what he thinks it does. Let's go ahead and look at the video.
We need to get a lot of people working for the federal government, but not as many as currently. So we're saying, well, okay, well, if people can retire, with full benefits and everything, that would be good. They can retire, get their retirement payments, everything. And then we were told, this is actually, I think, a great anecdote, because we're told the most number of people that could retire possibly in a month is 10,000. We're like, well, why is that? Well, because all the retirement paperwork is manual on paper. It's manually calculated, then written down on a piece of paper. Then it goes down a mine. And like, what do you mean a mine? Like, yeah, there's a limestone mine where we store all the retirement paperwork. And you look at a picture of this mine. We'll post some pictures afterwards. And this mine looks like something out of the 50s because it was started in 1955. So it looks like it's like a time warp. And then the speed, the limiting factor is the speed at which the mine shaft elevator can move determines how many people can retire from the federal government. And the elevator breaks down sometimes, and then nobody can retire. Doesn't that sound crazy? There's like 1,000 people that work on this.
Okay, I guess it would sound crazy if you're Elon Musk, because you never even looked at that mine. He said he had pictures of it, he never went there, that's for sure. He says, well, if the mine shaft elevator breaks down, nobody can retire. There's no truth to that. There's no elevator in the mine at all. There's nothing there. They just walk into it. And they use it, it's an old limestone mine. They use it for storing records and stuff from, businesses store records there too. And his point was, we shouldn't be storing all these records on paper because they're storing them all on paper. And, we can argue back and forth about, what technology you should use, but there is one little thing. I do a lot of videos, and my memory stick just broke. And so I had to get a new memory stick. If it was a book, I could have just read it. I could have turned the pages and stuff. So, yeah, it's not quite that simple. But he always comes up with these simple things where, it's just a simple little solution. Like he's saying nobody can retire, but, of course, people follow up on this guy. He thinks nobody's going to follow up on him, but they do. And they looked at this mine. He says, yeah. And it's there. And they said, well, yeah, we process probably about anywhere from 10 to 15,000 a month, retirement. But there's no elevator, so that has nothing to do with it. It's just how many people we got, to get the work done. When these news people talked to these people that worked in the mine, they had been told, I assume by Musk or his minions or something, to not talk to the news people. Well, they covered their faces and stuff and didn't show them, but they talked anyway. And here's the thing. This guy is so transparent. He talks about how transparent they are. We post all these things, all these terrible things we find on our website, which doesn't have anything on it. The only place I've been able to find any of that stuff is on X. And they post them there, kind of. It's kind of hard to tell what they're talking about. But where does this transparency thing come in? when you tell your people they can't speak to the news. And by the way, Musk is the king of the NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Everybody signs one when they go to work for him. That's not transparent. And I know he's got a lot of secrets and stuff like that he's trying to protect, but he's not transparent. This guy is, at the very least, completely untransparent. But I hope this kind of makes sense. I'm just trying to illustrate that this guy is not what you think he is. And again, I'm going to say this. The idea of getting all this money back, which they're not doing, none of this is true. It's way, way less than they say. That isn't the point. The destruction of the administrative state is the point. That's what they're trying to destroy. They would love for many of the federal workers just to go away. And then they'd close these agencies up. And that means a lot of things. Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. Most people say they'll never touch it. Oh no, we can't touch Social Security because, we'll never survive politically. But they're figuring out a way to do it. Remember, 2025 is the basis of this thing. These guys are trying to make this into a fascist state, and they're working at it pretty good, pretty fast. We're going to have to get fast, too, to stop this thing. That's it on this one.